How do you actually build a Facebook ads team that can simply manage itself, be self-sufficient without you actually having to be in the day-to-day of uploading ads, creating creatives, writing ad scripts? Today, I'll be showing you how exactly I have my team structured at my Facebook ads agency that any other agency owner or any other brand owner can replicate within their team or their particular business. So today I'll be going over how our team is structured, who are the key people you need to hire, how do we hire those people, and then also to the KPIs that we uphold our team to, so that way we can judge their success. So that being said, let's dive into our structure. So first off, this is how our team looks. We have a copywriter, a strategist, a visual creator, and a media buyer. These are 4 key people that you need inside of your team. And what we do here is our copywriter does all of the research for, like the market research, writing down hooks, headlines, writing out the ad script that needs to be created by the visual creator. So that always starts off with the copywriter. Inside of our agency, we typically have about anywhere between 2 to 4 clients per copywriter. If you're a brand owner, then obviously it would just be for that one particular copywriter right there. Next thing is we have our strategist. And strategist is, in a way, is more of someone who just has, I would say a decent amount of experience and understanding in creating ads that convert. They have a really good eye for ads that convert. That's this particular person right here. And this person will review the script and also to approve it. So he'll review the ad script that comes from the copywriter, and the copywriter will go ahead or the strategist will either approve it, say, hey, it's good to go, or B, give it some feedback, and the copywriter will have to go and rewrite it. Then it goes over to our visual creator. Now, our visual creator is someone that is really skilled in photo design and video editing. So in a perfect world, you would have a video editor or a photo or like a graphic designer. This particular case, depending on your team size, you may need both. For us, we have one person that's really skilled in both. And this person will take that script and actually create the ad from there. Then go back to the strategist. The strategist does the final approval on that particular creative and then sends over to the media buyer. Media buyers is someone that actually is in Facebook itself, and all the media buyer doing is simply launching the ads and testing those ads. If you literally go on my channel and look at how to test Facebook ads 2024, I literally show you step by step of how we test the Facebook ad creatives. Now, where do you find these people? Where do you find a strategist? Where do you find a media buyer? Where do you find a copywriter? So here's kind of our hiring process. Number one, you want to plan out the position. You want to plan out their day-to-day. You want to plan out the systems that they need to follow, their responsibilities, and also to their qualifications they need to have to even apply. Now, systems, they should already have systems on how to write copy or systems how to media buy. But how do they work the best within your company? You need to look at the systems for that right there, which we'll kind of go into in a little bit. Then you can start beginning your job posting once you have all of this mapped out. A couple places you can use is Indeed, LinkedIn, Twitter, online job sites, and Facebook groups. All places that you can find these particular key people. Next is qualifications. Do they meet those qualifications once you start getting candidates in? No? Cool. Immediately toss them out. If yes, then you're going to send them over to about a 15-30 minute intro call. Now, this intro call right here, this is more just to get a vibe. How, this person meets all the qualifications, it's like all the good stuff, but do I vibe with this person? If you leave that call I don't really want to talk to that person again, regardless of their experience, qualifications, and stuff like that, immediately discard them. You want people that fit your culture and people that you look forward to hanging out and look forward to talking with inside of your business. So that's a big one right there. Are they a good fit? No? Toss them off to the side. If they are a good fit, yes, then you want to give them a 30-minute free project to do. Again, 30 minutes. So that's the key thing there. Don't sit there and give them a 5-hour-long project and expect it to do it for free. I give them a project that takes about 30 minutes max, completely free, as more of a skills assessment to see if they can hit the criteria that I'm looking for. So strategists, I'll tell them to send me over some ideas for an ad concept. A copywriter, I'll give them a desire, a sophistication, awareness level, and I'll tell them to go write me a hook and like a 10-second ad script for that. Media buyer, I can give them access, view only access to my ad account, and then I'll give them a tell me what to do, or like what they would do in the account, or vice versa. I'll tell them to film me a Loom video going over some ad accounts that are actively running right now. Media buyer, I'm actually less concerned with because we have everything so step by step inside of our business and we keep everything so simple. I'm more just concerned if they like can back up that they actually have experience by showing me ad accounts that are running or have ran. And then visual creator, I'll provide them with like a couple pieces of raw footage and I'll an ad brief and like an ad script and tell them to go edit this for me. That's it. Again, keep it 30 minutes. Be respectful of people's time. I don't want to give someone a 5-hour project while they're trying to look for a job. 30-minute project is reasonable right there. If they are a good fit, then we would move over to the next one. If they're not a good fit, we toss them off. So they are a good fit. And the next question I like to ask myself is, have I reviewed a couple other projects? So the minute someone sends me a project, I don't want to just hire them. I want to review at least 10. So that way I can have a good like selection pool. When you're hiring people, it's good to hire fast or hire slow, fire fast. And you have to tend to go through a lot of people for a particular position before you find that like king of the crop in a sense. So if I haven't reviewed other projects, no, then cool, I'm gonna go to the next one. Then all I wanna do is select the best project plus vibe. So again, best project, but also look forward to talking to this person. And then from there, we'll kickstart a 30-day trial. Now, the trial is fully paid. I'm not making people work for 30 days free, but the reason why I say trial is because in that first 30 days, it should allow me to realize, is this person a good long-term fit or not? And again, fully paid, nothing changes. Just simply, hey, these first 30 days, you got the job. These first 30 days is gonna be just more of a kind of like a fit to see if we really work together long term. And yeah, and then after that 30 days, we're gonna fire that person because they're not a good fit, or we'll keep that person. And that's it. So that's how we find these people. That's how we hire them. Now, you also need to have KPIs in these particular positions. So that way you could have your team hit certain metrics. So a big problem I see with hiring people is like you hire people, but you're like, all right, cool. And then when that person starts underperforming, you don't know how to assess that. One of the best ways to do it is with KPIs. So, hey, we're hiring, we're working together. You need to hit this particular standard in the business for it to be a great win for both of us. If they're not hitting that standard, then you need to be able to be honest with them. Hey, we both agreed on this standard. You're hitting here. What can we do to fix it? So let's go into KPIs for each particular position that can kind of get you rolling inside of this business model. So number one, copywriter. Copywriter best practices that they must follow is that 20% of concepts becomes winners, and they must submit 2 ideas weekly to be approved for creation. So we have all of our creators or copywriters send over the idea that they want to write, and then we approve it or disapprove it. Update clients weekly on the concepts we'll be creating once approved. So once we approve a creator or like a copywriter to go and create a script, what we'll do is we'll tell them to go send that over to the client. Hey, this is the script we're working on this week, just so that way the client's always getting feedback and communication from us of like what's going on in the account. Team collaboration. Do they actually talk to the other team members, or are they kind of their own little like lone wolf in that sense? Research, obviously. And then like I want a minimum of a 12-hour Slack response time. That's Slack's what we use for all of our communication and stuff like that. But like if we have someone that takes longer than a day to 2 days to reply, and we're actively working on a project together and it's in the middle of the week, like come on, like that's unacceptable. Just to be clear here on what a winning concept is, it's when a DCT takes off overall majority of spin. You can see right here, January 5th. And then all of a sudden, January 6th, we have 254 just launched, took off, and absolutely crushing it for this account. And then also too, just confirming overall impact. That DCT took off, got majority of spin, CPL lowered, and we were able to spend significantly more money. Now, this is how they submit an idea. Very simple. They submit the finalized hook, and then the idea to be created around that hook. So idea number 1, hook, Arizona homeowners, home always cold, ? And then the rest of the ad, we talk about like what's going to go in that particular ad script. And that's just me and my team, or my team actually submitting those things over as an example. Now, once the copywriter approves that, we'll add it to the roadmap. Roadmap is something it's an internal, basically just team of like, here's all the different things that we're currently working on right now per account, like all the concepts we're testing. And then we also use Asana for project management. This is something you guys want to cover more in another video. I can if we get enough people, but this is stuff that mostly literally just talk about like with my inner circle students, my mentor program, where they have access to this roadmap and access to this Asana. Now, next thing is the hook. Just to be clear here on what the hook is. So this is a photo ad right here. So the hook is the top part of this, or just basically the main text that grabs your attention. And then this is a video ad right here. it's the first text that pops up. So that is the hook. And then body copy and Facebook body copy, basically we do it two different ways. So like I said, video right here. So we entice people to watch the video. And then right here, this one, it's a photo ad. So we catch people's attention here, and then we talk more in the Facebook post about what's being sold. And then headline, great examples right here, Facebook headline, where we kind of talk more about the benefit of them clicking on this learn more button, or leveraging curiosity, or calling out a particular offer right there. Now that we covered the copywriter, let's dive into the media buyer itself. Media buyer, very simple position, but let's go over that. So keeping MER sheet filled daily. Basically, that's just my Google sheet that we use for all of our clients, where every day they log the revenue and spend for the overall Shopify revenue and the spend for each particular platform we're spending on. Updating on the client on the above in real time as it happens. So we'll talk about that in a second. Budget adjustments. So every day, are they increasing budget, decreasing budget, maintaining budget, like, just being active, being proactive about the budget adjustments. Turning off ads within a reasonable amount of time. Like if we have an ad that takes off and it's just completely sucking really bad, I don't want to see it ran for 5 days with no one catching that right there. Launching ads on a scheduled time. If we send the media buyer ads within like a day, like we should see those within 2-3 days live. It takes 2 weeks to get an ad live that we send over to them. And again, we already have the script, we already have the creative done, we have the body copy done, the headline done. All they have to do is copy and paste into the account. It's unacceptable. So team collaboration, they're chatting with the other team members in the same Slack response time. Now, strategists, this is where we're going to be upholding them more on the client performance for each particular account. So if a client is underperforming and not hitting their goals, this is the first person we come to and basically the throat to choke inside the business. Keeping team on track of projects. If the team is consistently being behind on projects, that becomes a problem. Working with Lauren. Lauren's our basically internal VA that works with hiring content creators for us. So working with that particular person to hire creators and stuff like that for projects. Same thing, team collab and that response time. My main KPI for this particular position is client performance. Client's underperforming. Hey, what the fuck's going on here? And then lastly, the visual creator. This is the last particular person that we're looking at. And all this person wants to do is, it's more like some of these positions, like they won't have necessarily dedicated KPIs. They're going to have more of like best practices. So like you understand, like media buying. I didn't talk once about performance for media buying because quite frankly, it's everything is so just button pushing now that it really don't have much control over it. The main performance lies in the strategist and the copywriter of actually hitting these certain like scripts to take off and ads to come off in the account. Now, the visual creator, kind of the same thing as the media buyer. It's hard to tie specific like value to them. So we have to look at more of best practices. So are they articulating the script the copywriter sends over into a visual? If they send over a script talking about gym and pre-workout and stuff like that, and they show girls doing yoga that are 60 plus in like a meditation retreat, that makes no sense at all. So is the script being properly articulated from the copywriter into the visual creator? Or the visual. Next thing is it keeping users engaged with the editing. Is it long, boring, it looks very unpolished and just look very poorly done? That becomes an issue right there. Next is communication to the strategist on visual content needed. So if the visual creator doesn't have access to certain like visual things, like maybe they need a certain visual clip of like someone drinking this particular pre-workout, for example. If they don't have that on file, they need to be able to communicate that to the strategist. So that way the strategist can actually go hire a creator, can get that filmed, or talk to the client about getting it filmed if they have any creators in-house right there. Same thing with team collaboration and also to response time. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's how we have our internal team structured. This is my first time ever making a video around like team and like systemization and stuff like that. But I think it's a good high level overview of everything we're doing inside of our agency and stuff. And you can replicate this exact structure for a brand. The difference between a brand Facebook ads team and a agency Facebook ads team is purely the bandwidth and the amount of work they can handle. So an agency is almost like renting a house, right? Or like renting an apartment. A lot of people move into it and they all rent off certain apartments from that main building. Whereas a house, you own the whole building, you can live in all of them. So let me go back to that. An agency, you have one creative team that an agency has that you are simply renting a portion of their time to create ads for your business. This is extremely cost effective for you depending on where you're at. And also too, a lot of these agencies, they work with so many clients and ads and stuff like that. They have a good idea of what works on a day-to-day. Now, the downside with working with an agency is that, likelihood you're getting 6 to 10 good ads a week put in the account, like new tests and stuff like that. Whereas like if you have your own internal team, you can afford to pump out a lot more ad creative because they're only focused on your account right there. So the biggest thing that I noticed in the difference between the two is that an agency will pump out less ads and less tests in your accounts, but they're also gonna be a higher quality because they work with a lot of accounts. They have a lot of experience in this particular world. Whereas a brand owner, that you can pump out a lot more creative tests and stuff in the accounts. But what you'll find is that they'll be a little bit lower quality because you're still trying to figure out the systems, who to hire, the right people and stuff like that. It's just a little bit more you have to manage. So one good flat fee for an agency, or you could be paying anywhere. I think the average creative team for like a brand owner can run about $25,000 a month, assuming all of these positions are full-time and not part-time hires. Now, with that being said, who's the right fit for you? Typically what happens is we'll see brands go from about, 0 to about 30 to 50K a month, or 30K a month. Usually at that 30K a month mark, the brand owner will be running all the ads until the 30K a month mark. And then from like 30K to like that basically 100K a month mark, they'll start working with a variety of different agencies, some charging like $1,500, $2,500 a month, and they'll give them far, but not where they need to be. And then that's typically where we come in. We come in around $100K to $250,000 a month, to where we start running all the ads for the brand owner, and we'll scale brands. We've scaled 4 brands now from about 100, 250K a month until a little over $2.5, $3 million a month in revenue. Typically about that $3 to $5 million a month mark, that's where the brand owner will want to take it back in-house. And that's purely one, because the expenses and stuff of the agency will tend to start to rise with like ad spend or profits and stuff like that. And then also two, $3 to $5 million a month mark, they want to bring it in-house because they're trying to build their own internal team, their own organization and stuff like that. And again, nothing wrong with that at all. Again, just simply telling you guys more of what I've experienced before, as we've had clients part ways simply just to bring it in-house, which again, no problem at all. We come in, we help them, we make a lot of money, then eventually we know that it's gonna be a point where they want to bring it in-house and stuff like that. So, but yeah, that's basically our system, how our system works. Where do we find these people? What's the KPIs they handle? And kind of where should you go if you're agency or brand owner from there. But I appreciate you guys for checking out this YouTube video. I don't know why I call it a YouTube video. This video. Hit the like button and hit that subscribe button for new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If y'all enjoyed this and want to see more videos like this, drop some comments below. And if you're interested in me having to run your Facebook ads, again, we help brands scale from 100K a month to multiple 7 figures a month. Help 4 brands do that now, and love to help you be the next one. Click the link below, have Nick Theriot run your Facebook ads, and also have my mentorship program where I can actually mentor you and help you if you want to do all these things in-house. So thank y'all for watching, and I'll chat with y'all later. Peace out.